Imagine a world where small acts of kindness can create ripples of change, transforming communities step by step. Now, think about this. What if you held the power to start the transformation? The truth is, you do. Every single one of us does. And the best part, it doesn't take grand gesture or massive resources to start the transformation. It only takes small, meaningful actions. Today, I want to talk about social responsibility, a call to action for everyone, especially young people, to create a lasting change in our community. Through everyday efforts, we can drive to a powerful transformation that inspires others to do the same. Let's start with how social service changes the world around us. Every time that we get involved in a social activity, it could be volunteering at a food bank, maybe cleaning a park, or mentoring younger students, something transformative happens. Research from the American Psychological Association highlights that volunteering improves mental well-being. It also promotes civic responsibility and highlights that it creates empathy by exposing individuals to different perspectives and real-world challenges. Now, let's reflect on different examples that demonstrate the power of small actions. Think about Malala, who began speaking up for girls' education in her local community and now has inspired millions around the world. Or think about any environmental concern that started just with just a few people picking up trash and now are global forces, like Earth Day. This story reminds us that even the most humble beginnings can spark a large-scale change. So for me, this journey began when I became interested in the healthcare access in Mexico. My group and I chose to focus on the topic of health and illness. We wanted to understand the real difficulties that many Mexicans face when it comes to accessing a high-quality medical service in Mexico. So instead of just focusing on online sources and book information, we went straight to people. We conducted different interviews to different individuals, each one offering a unique perspective. So these stories were really eye-opening, and I'll never forget what I heard that day. One woman told us how her elder mother was needed urgent care, so they went straight to the hospital, but they have to wait over 4 hours just to be seen by a doctor. The emotional toll it took her family was really heartbreaking. So she mentioned that it was a long waiting time, and even with the enormous effort that and many doctors and nurses did, the system was simply overcrowded. Many people also spoke about this and the limited resources that many hospitals had, but it wasn't all negative. One man told us how the staff genuinely care about his well-being. One thing that he told us was, it's the people, not the place, that make the difference. These stories really impacted me because it showed me that behind every statistic and report, there are real people facing real-world challenges, and we have to come together to a solution that works for everyone. So while some people are just coping about the limitation of the system, others find hope in the staff, and they think that really working together, we can find a solution that can benefit everyone besides the obstacles they faced. So here we need to think about something that really doesn't stop any people from being active. So when it came to my group, these ideas, we designed a class for some students in our school. This class was just to offer a perspective of what the real issue is in our country. So when we show the interviews, we compare Mexico's situation with different other countries, and we show the statistics so that the students were really aware of this situation, and they could think about what things they could collaborate so we can came to a social activity that works for the public hospital. So for me, this was really eye-opening because it shows how we only focus on our necessities while other people are facing real problems that it can be just as simple as being seen by a doctor when you are sick or you only need a medical revision. But it's really heartbreaking how many people have this limitation when it should be a, a basic need that we only have to walk a few meters just to get it. So, for so I want to ask you this. Think about a time that you volunteer yourself. It could be mentoring younger students, or maybe you simply volunteer your time. How it make you feel? Chances are it brought a sense of fulfillment that's hard to match. Because many studies reflect that volunteering is more about creating a sense of purpose and belonging, because it improves mental well-being, and also it gives a sense of fulfillment that many people are searching to full. So they get involved in many other activities while they could be getting involved in social service that it has many benefits to our society. So now I'm going to give you some tips for taking action in your community. The first tip is start small and local. Every community has its unique needs, and it could be cleaning the park or simply an environmental concern. So don't think these steps are small. The important thing is that you are taking them because they grow into bigger and they could inspire other people to do the same. Next, we need to educate ourselves and others because knowledge is power, and every time that you share it, you're spreading the seed of change in your community. And also don't forget that you don't have to do this alone. You could join other groups or join a non-profit organization that focuses on an issue that matters to you. Because it is more easy to do it with other people than do it by yourself. And also don't forget that we have a younger generation coming up, and you have to think about how they could see this change and could continue these activities so we can build a better society. And also promote inclusivity in your change, because it's important that everyone feels involved and that has an importance in your cause. And also set measurable goals, because you can get overwhelmed by thinking too big and reaching so many things that are not possible sometimes. But with some time, with some dedication, we can always reach these goals, so we can always complete what we think of. And lastly, we live in a digital era that we can use many social platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook to promote our inclusivity. We could share our ideas and also invite others to our change. And this could come with different perspectives of the problem and could come to a collaboration that can help everyone. While you just could think in a single person, many people can come up with different perspectives and have a better solution that really solves the problem. So my tips are for you to take in action, and don't forget that you have the power to start this change. Every time that we get involved, something could change. It could be a little thing, or maybe you could think of bigger. Maybe you're just not thinking about helping, but you could always start by just taking a little step. Maybe you could just volunteer your time, and this action will promote a better solution. Well, because you could always not do anything, and it's better to take these little movements than don't do anything. So my challenge to you is don't stop your change in your community. Get involved, invite everyone so you can reach for a better community. And for my experience, the, the research that we do impacted really big in our school because many people get interested in this issue. So many people were asking to ask for a better service, and we were doing campaigns, we were doing different promotion that could help many people that really needed this support for our community. So together we can create a culture of shared responsibility that everyone can get involved, and always remember that you are part of your community. You are really looking for a better world. So we need to think about what should we need to focus on. Maybe what should you maybe think more about. You always count with any support, even if it's not a popular idea. Someone in the work has to match with your perspective. So don't stop volunteering your time, changing your community, or promoting inclusivity. Just think about how this change could grow into bigger and could always create a better world and a better country, especially in our country that has many issues that could affect in the future to the younger generations. So this change could always benefit not only you, but others, and think about what you want to be in the future, because we are just, we many times think only about ourselves, and we don't think about what could be in our families, on our future sons, future daughters. Maybe they could suffer an issue that we could have worked on, and we decided to not do anything, so we affected a bigger cause instead of helping. So small actions, big changes. The power is in your hands. Let's start today.